Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, students from wherever you are. We are excited to share my favorite topic, which is about a purposeful life. So, this session is entitled Passion+Major+Career equals Purposeful Life. My name is Brian English. I'm the executive director for the UT Youth Engagement Center in Dallas. So, let's jump right in. If I can get it to go. There we go. All right. The first ingredient is passion. Now, here is how I define passion. Passion is what you do for fun, it's what you do for free. No one has to tell you to do it. You don't get paid to do it. When you do it, you lose track of time. And then ultimately, you get that intrinsic reward in your heart, that warm, tingly feeling. That's how you know when you're passionate about something. So I want you to take 10 seconds and reflect on what you're passionate about. What are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? What do you do for fun? You do for free. Nobody has to tell you to do it. You lose track of time when you do it, and you get that warm, fuzzy feeling in your heart because of it. Now, typically, when you're passionate about something, if you're truly passionate about something, then you'll spend time in that area developing. So, in addition to your passion, there needs to be skill too. So, what are you spending your time on as it relates to sharpening your skill? So, if I am passionate about art, then I'm probably going to spend some time growing in my skill of drawing or in my skill of painting or whatever the case may be as it relates to art. I'm going to spend time in that area to sharpen my skill. So if you're passionate, then you're skilled, and then you're going to also take time to spend time sharpening, perfecting your craft. Then what are your personal values? What are you passionate about as it relates to how you want to spend your life and how you want to treat others and how you see the world, how you view your life playing out. So what are some things that you value in life and things that you value personally? Let's take some time to think about that, reflect on those. And then also, have you considered how you can fulfill your passion? Now, today we're going to talk about majors and careers, but you can fulfill your passion in a variety of areas. If you can get paid for it, then that's wonderful. If it can manifest in a job, I think you've won the game. But it can also manifest in your family. So let's say you're passionate about cooking. You don't necessarily want to have a job in cooking, but you just love cooking for your family. So that's how you can fulfill that particular passion. So what are you passionate about? Think about that as we move forward. There will be a brief activity that we want you to look at. A major. So we've heard this word before, but what exactly is a major? I'll read it. Your major in college is your specialized area of study. So this is a particular area that you're going to hone in on. And then beyond your general college requirements, you'll also take a group of courses specific to your major. And that can be if you're doing chemistry or computer science or accounting. So even in accounting, you have to take marketing classes, and computer science, you still have to take history. In chemistry, you have to take math. So you'll have some unique courses around that particular major as well. But your major is your specialized area of study. And if you're unsure of what you want to study, that is completely fine at the moment. But here's some things to think about. Reflect on what you enjoy doing right now in school. Do you love math? Do you love English, science, history? I asked my kids, they're very young, they said they love lunch and they love gym right now. So we're working on that, but you may love gym. So you may be an athlete or you may be a coach or a therapist, but think about what you enjoy taking in class, in high school, in school. Start researching types of careers you find interesting and how your major can get you there. So if you're still thinking about it, think about your passion areas. If you do know a passion area, you can try to connect that to your major and start researching the types of careers. But if you don't know necessarily what you want to major in, reflect back to the passion part. What are you passionate about and how can we connect that to a major? And then consider what the earning potential for this major is. So once you do know your major, one thing I'm a firm believer that money isn't everything, but I still have to pay bills. I still have to put food on the table. So think about how that potential major pays and how can you structure your lifestyle in a way that will fit the pay scale of that particular major and that particular career. So not sure if your major is the right one for you anymore. So let's say if you thought about a major, you realize that's not for you. You have plenty of time at this point. You can test a specific major out and you can always change. So even if you decide to pursue a major and you get there and it's not what you like, you can change your major. That's completely fine. Most people don't even work in the area that they majored in the first place. But to save time and to save money, if we can know those things now, that will be very, very, very helpful. If you want to look at majors, we'll use UT for an example. You can look at admissions.utexas.edu/explore/academics, and you can explore I think about 200 majors that UT has. And then to dig deeper about your major, about your passion and your skills, here's another website, wayfinder.utexas.edu, and that will help you even more so as you try to figure out what you want to major in or confirm what you want to major in. Let's talk about career very briefly. So a career is an occupation undertaken for a specific period of a person's life with opportunities for progress. So there are jobs and then there are careers. A job is something that may not necessarily be connected. So when I was in high school, I had several jobs. I worked at a grocery store. I worked for a newspaper. I worked at a restaurant. So those were different jobs that weren't necessarily connected to my career path. But a career is, let's say you want a career in education. We'll start there. So of course you become, first step may be a teacher assistant or maybe a teacher. And then from there, you could be a counselor, and then from there, a principal, and then a superintendent. And so you can kind of see how that career path is a long-term, it's all connected. So that's just an idea of a career. So there are jobs and there are careers. I would say to have a more fruitful, purposeful life, if you can establish a career where you can have a path and steps that lead to growth and promotions and raises, there may be a sense of purpose there or fulfillment there. And so we just want you to think about the difference between, there's nothing wrong with jobs. Jobs are great. Jobs can provide. You may need to take a job here or there. But if we can move those together and put our goals and our passion and our major and our purpose together and work those into our career, it has the potential to be extremely fruitful. So passion plus career plus major equals purposeful life. And I'm a firm believer that everyone on the planet has a purpose. And if you can work toward that purpose, a purpose is just your specific reason why you're here on this earth. It's what you're called to do. If you can work that purposeful life to where your major connects with your passion and that connects with your career and you can get paid for it, I think that is pretty powerful. So before we leave, this is an activity that I want you to do. And this is kind of a T-chart to help move you toward a purposeful life. So I want you to think about and write down or type the things that you love to do. Now we can insert passion there, but I just put love there. Everything that you love to do, everything. It can be video games, it could be playing with your friends or your brothers or sisters. It could be going outside, it could be park, it could be 17th century Dutch art history, or it could be biomechanical engineering. You may love those things, but whatever it is that you love, write that down on the left side. On the right side, I want you to put things that you're skilled at. So you may have a skill of being very good with your hands, or you may have a skill of speaking or communicating, or you may have skill in communication or skills on the computer. So write all those down. After you jotted a full list on the left side under love, and you jotted a full list on the right side, which is skill, then start to connect those dots. So let's say I have a love for, writing, and let's say I also have a skill in being a storyteller. So what does that mean? That means I can merge my love for writing and my skill for telling stories. let's say I love sports and I'm skilled at speaking, or I'm skilled, yeah, let's use speaking. So I have a love for sports and I'm skilled at speaking. So I love sports so much, I can talk about them. So I can be a sports analyst. Or let's say I have a love for sports and I'm skilled with using my hands, or I'm skilled at medicine or science. So I can be a sports therapist of some sort. So just think through how you can connect the dots on what you love and what you're skilled at. And what you start to find is where those areas interconnect or intersect, it can be very meaningful and it can help lead to a very, very purposeful life. So those are the things that I wanted to share. Ultimately, you have a purpose, and we can connect the dots and make those items into a major and a career. Then you can have a more purposeful life. Not to say that you can't have a purposeful life otherwise, but the more intentionality that we put toward it, I think the more fruitful and productive our lives can be. So thank you so much. We are the UT Youth Engagement Center. If you need us, feel free to reach out. This is our contact information. Feel free to follow us on social media, send us an email, and we would love to chat with you.